I was served in the United States Navy. I was the RM, communications specialist. I reached my final top secret level and all that good stuff. And I did 5 years active and I did 4 years under reserve time. So it came out to a total of 10 years. It was funny. One of the guys I was at work with, we were talking because he served in the military, and he asked me was I doing my veterans claim, and I said yeah, I started my veteran claim, but the person I work with, unfortunately, he was a vet. He passed away, and so I couldn't find anybody else. And he said, no, he said, I have a number here for this company called Trajector Medical. Give them a call because they have me at 20% and they're still working on my case. And I said, okay. So I gave you guys a call, and they asked for my medical records and stuff like that. I gave them permission, everything like that. And next thing you know, they got me to 40%. And I was like, oh wow, this is great. And I was like, okay. And so, the course has been moving and I'm happy with it ever since. Oh, the experience was smooth and easy. I had a little rough time in the beginning trying to get understanding how the process works. But once I got, talking to people that were very helpful, explained everything to me. Then once we got everything rolling, it was nice and smooth. It's just a matter, the time frame of getting all the appointments done for the doctor's visits and stuff like that. But you guys make the work a lot easier. It's a lot less painful. And it was so funny because when my first cousin, we were talking, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's the same company I use with Trajector." And I said, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." I said, "Well, why do you ain't tell me that?" He goes, "I didn't even think about it at the time because we talk every now and then." I turned around and said, "Okay." So then after you guys gave me my moved me up to 40%, I got on the phone and I called a couple of guys that I keep in touch with from the Navy, and I told them, I said, "Hey, you guys need to get in touch with Trajector Medical," and I called up, and so I didn't maybe referred maybe about 3 or 4 people over already. I got the email when I got back home because I was out of the country, and then when I went to the mailbox, I saw the letter from the VA. When I walked in the door, because it was late that evening. The next day, Trajectory Medical called me up and said, "Congratulations on the increase." And I said, "You know what's so funny? I was just looking at the email that morning, and you guys are calling me now. And I just read the letter from the VA, and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much," and everything like that. So it was kind of like a surprise. You know what I'm saying? It was all happy in the beginning, like, what happened? What happened? Right. When I got back in, I was on a plane and I got a notice from the bank about an increase, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then once I got the phone call and I got the email and I got the letter, and then I was like, "Oh my God, let me go back and check my bank account because I didn't want to mess anything up." I was like, "Wait a minute." So yeah, it was rather shocking all at one spot, but it was a good shock though. If I get bumped up again to, just say, if I get to 100%, oh, they changed my life dramatically. Oh, in a big way. Wow. There's so many ways that it impact my life. It'll be astronomical. It's not about me. I can start helping out my kids a little bit more. And I can help out my family a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Of course, my lifestyle will change a little bit, but I'm not a big spender in a lot of things. So it's more like trying to help out other people at this point. Make sure I'm good and put myself in a good financial position. So yeah, it'll impact me a lot. I just talked to a guy just down the street from me, and I told him because he's like, I'm stuck and he doesn't want to go. And I said, listen, I told him that he was at, I think he's at 10%. And I told him, hey, I went through this company called Trajector Medical and everything like that. And they moved me from 10% up to 40%. It's really good. And so now I just got another increase, like he told me, you're letting grass grow underneath your feet. That means you let money sit on the table. You're not collecting it. So I will tell him the same thing. Remember what you told me? I'm telling you the same thing. So give him a call.